Everybody, and welcome to the Cold War Prepper. I have so we've got apartment prepper online with me, and she showed up. Thank you very much for that to become a moderator. And so I'm just going to have to find out a whole bunch of URLs. It looks like in order to get people appointed as moderators. So thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Prepping by Faith and Van City Preppers, both of those outstanding channels. So it appears like right now we've only got 3 people online. Let's see if we can get a couple more here in a couple seconds. And then we can, then what I wanted to do, my whole goal for tonight is, there's some outstanding channels out there who need some exposure, and I want to get them as many subscribers as possible. So needless to say that right now, the 4 of us who are here, we've all pretty much subscribed to each other. I'd ask you to subscribe to each other right now. D Bullfrog 79, hello. Outstanding comments. Thank you very much. And I believe that you're currently in Japan, if that's correct. So it's probably early in the morning for you. And welcome. So if you would please just do a search, open up another tab on YouTube, do a search for apartment prepper, do a search for Prepping by Faith, and a search for Van City Prepper. And then if you would be kind enough to subscribe to their channels, and then the same thing, if the 3 of you would take a look at, I hope it's D as in der and das in German. It might be die. But he has been a fantastic commenter. And as a matter of fact, one of his comments just recently was he watched the video on my thoughts about nuclear fallout and nuclear warfare and everything else. And his comment was that he had a relative who survived Hiroshima and Nagasaki and had been in both places. He had gone from one to the other and managed to live through both nuclear attacks. And he was sharing that information with us. So really appreciate the comments, the sharing, and the faithfulness in your comments. Really appreciate it. That's fantastic. Hey, little boots. So I don't have a moderator appointed yet. Let me see if I can't find one. Some URLs. I was trying to do one for Apartment Prepper. And Apartment Prepper, if you could just copy your URL for your site and leave off the HTTPS www, and then I can add that as, I think I can use that to add you as a moderator. And then you can start posting some of the, looking up and posting some of these URLs for people, for us all to follow. Nene's Prepping Kitchen. Oh, wow. Nene, that was a fantastic recipe you did. The I think it was kind of like a Bisquick chicken pot pie, and that was a fantastic video. That I really enjoyed it, and I recommend that to everybody. So, and then Bullfrog, of course, from Japan. And I saw somebody, oh, Charlotte Prepper. Yeah, Charlotte Prepper's been having some good comments as well. Really appreciate you guys. So if you would put your URL and without the www and everything else, just your URL, then that way we can get people to start watching each other. So let me see if I can't look up Apartment Prepper one more time here real quick. There we go. Okay, so we got that. We're going to go here. We're going to take that. And then we're going to go over here and put it in here. Yes, there we go. One down. All right. And then now I got to do the same thing with Prepping by Faith. Look at that. Oh, now I know how to do it. Experimentation, a little bit of luck, and every once in a while things just work out. And then Van City Prepper. Well, I want to share something that's just extra special. I never imagined it would happen, but it did, and I'm very thankful. And if you'll remember, I just recently did a video on communications, and in that communications video, I did a um, shout out for the books that I'm reading, and so in that shout out, I mentioned Stephen Smith's books, and so I sent him an email just letting him know, hey, I hope you don't mind. I mentioned your books, and please, uh, please forgive me. I did it without your permission, but okay. Well, we got Apartment Prepper added in there. I think that's going to do us for tonight, and then I'll add the others later. Okay. Now there we go. Okay. So now, and then, so he then posted my video on his website. He's got like 100,000, 150,000 followers. And so I just got really big exposure there. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let me see. I want to start with, if everybody would be so kind as to follow this one first. And then let's take a look here. Let me go up here. Okay, now we got another one for you to follow here. If you would subscribe to this one for me, please. And that, I believe, is Apartment Prepper. And now I'm going to do Prepping by Faith. If everybody online right now, please would subscribe to this one. And now we're going to look up Van City Prepper. And I remember Deb Old was in there. Is that, let me see. I'm kind of restricted here. Let me look up Charlotte Prepper. Okay, Charlotte Prepper, I just subscribed to you. I'm sorry, I hadn't done that before. We've got you here. So you are currently at 1.06,000. Let's see if we can't get that up a little bit here tonight. Kill and Grill It, how are you doing? Let's see if we can't get you a couple more subscribers here tonight. Is it Kill It and Grill It? I see here. Don't want to have people subscribing to the wrong one. Can't find it. Okay, let me do Deep Bullfrog. That Bullfrog. Okay, we're getting there. Thank you for bearing with me, everybody. Remember, the purpose that we're doing this tonight is to grow other people's channels. And so right now I'm just looking up a couple of the people who have already signed on so we can go through here. And I'm not finding your link here, Bullfrog, and get them more subscribers. Let me go here. Rita Hunter, Bullfrog 79. You're from California. Oh, I thought you were in Japan. Thank you for that clarification. Bullfrog 79 YouTube channel. That's what it says. Okay, let's see if we can't find it. Gosh, you look a little bit younger than I am. Now, where's your channel? Here we go. Let's go this. We'll just do this. We'll just put this one video up here.
Hi, boys and girls. This is Uncle Alan for Bullfrog 79.
It is Bullfrog. Okay, that's what it says here. And
anyway,
we're going to put this up here. So here's one of your videos. Now, don't forget that even if you log on to somebody tonight and follow them and submit them, you probably need to go back and watch one or two of their videos in order for it to stick. We're very lucky. A lot of these people have such fantastic channels. It's pitiful. Nene's Kitchen. Let's see if we can't find that one here. So there's Nene's. Now, what I'm going to do is when I post this to the as a video for people to follow afterwards, then what I'm going to do is all these websites or all these links I'm going to list down below as contacts. Apocalyptic Ben. Let's see if we can't get him some followers. He's been a good commenter as well. Why Apocalyptic Ben? 3311. Okay. Okay, he's got 594 subscribers now. I'm number 594. So we're going to put his URL up here if everybody would be kind enough to follow it. You know what I probably should do is I probably should bring one or two of you on at a time and let you talk as I'm looking for channels and tell people a little bit about your channel. So since Apartment Prepper has volunteered to be my moderator, and so have Van City Prepper and Prepping by Faith. Let me see if I can't share. I think. Nope, that's not it. Invite. There we go. No, that's not it. I'll have to read how to do that again. So Van City Prepper, let me see if I can't get you in here now. Look at that. Isn't she fantastic? Man, I've got some of the best people I follow and who follow me. It's just, I'm so blessed. Let me tell you all something that happened really spectacular today that I just, I'm still emotionally tied up in it. I went and saw the movie Father Stew. And oh, what a marvelous, marvelous movie. Um, it's not finding you here. Let me see why. Van City Prepper, youtube.com/c/no matching users found. Huh, wonder why it's not finding you. Okay. No matching users found for prepping by faith. Let me see if I need to do something different here. Just real quick. Settings, general, community. Moderators. Huh, it's just not finding you. Oh well. Oh well, we'll have that fixed by next time. Uh, okay, so I guess so that's the link. So now, if that's the one that got you here where we are right now, so does that mean if somebody like if apartment prepper were to click on that right now, she would join me up here? Hey, Mountain Grandma. Okay, Charlotte Prepper, if you go ahead and click on that link. Yeah, let me put apartment preppers back up here again. Okay, so here we go. Here's apartment prepper. Van City Prepper. I'm trying to get Van City Prepper and let's see, Van City Prepper YouTube channel right there. Okay, click on this. Then we go up here, copy, go back into the dashboard, comments. No, I'm sorry. I want to go to community, settings, community, and then add. Bingo, no matching users found. That is strange. Oh well, I'll get it figured out one of these years. Click on StreamYard link, then they let you let them in. Invite this one. Okay. And then here. Okay, so let's try first with Van City because she knows this backwards and forwards. So if she clicks on that link, then can she come in and join me and walk me through how to add people as monitors, and then that way they can start doing everybody's. Um, okay, fortunate to be saved. I know I'm not subscribed to that one, but I will be here shortly. I'm not finding a channel fortunate to be saved, unless I've got that wrong. Let me go back here. Oh, okay, that's why. It's all together as one, and it's got a number, and I did the two to be saved. There we go. Oh, I heard something. That's good. There we go. There's Van City Prepper. Yay!
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How are you guys?
You're a lifesaver.
Definitely didn't think I'd be live at the moment. I'm in a vehicle. Hi. Okay, so you've got your hey everybody. Good to see you all. I'm already subbed to you all, so what can I say? I watch all of you. So you're in the studio and you're
Right.
in the so you copied the URL, then you pasted it in.
Uh-huh.
And you pressed enter.
Right.
And then the person's little name doesn't show up?
Well, it goes in, but then it says the person's not identified.
Yeah, no match found?
Yeah.
When you look at the URL, is there a backslash and then a little C and then a backslash in there?
Yes.
Take out the
No, it's a
little
regular
C.
slash.
Or a slash. Take out the slash and this extra C.
Okay, so let's see here.
And then press enter on it.
Community. Okay, so we're going to put in here. And StreamYard, well, I want to do you. So I'm going to take that out. We're going to go over here and find you first.
Hi, Uncle Al. I feel so awkward right now. I'll just drink this coffee.
So she told me that Uncle Al is also an outstanding moderator.
Oh yeah, everybody in there is. You're gonna have so many in a minute here.
Okay, so that's done. We got you copied. Now we're going in here with you. You said take out that C.
When you paste it, do you see an extra C and a slash in there?
So it's got youtube.com/C/Van City Prepper.
Take out the C and one slash, then press enter or something, and it should pop up.
You're a miracle worker. Look at that. I love you.
Okay, does that mean I should leave now?
You should have a wrench now.
Okay, I'll go do some wrench stuff, and I'll let someone more exciting talk. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye to my homies.
Okay. Thank you so much. Isn't she wonderful? I mean, gosh, I mean, if only we had more people like her, and we are so blessed with the community we have. You know, Apartment Prepper and Prepping by Faith and Van City Prepper and Charlotte Prepper and Dyed Bullfrog and Apocalyptic Ben. Just such a fantastic community. Thank you all so much for allowing me to be a member with you. You know, and I think we really want to support each other as much as possible. Now, as I've taken a look at what's going on, I think that things are kind of getting a little bit on the oh, looky here, there he is.
Sorry, I got glaucoma. I put right before the show started, I put like this drop, and this drop. So everybody's kind of blurry.
That's okay. So tell us a little bit about your channel.
Oh, I'm old Uncle Al. I originally tried to do Uncle Al as my setup, but it didn't work because there's 150 Uncle Al's out there in YouTube land. So I stuck with Die Bullfrog 79. And it's a
Okay.
play on German, Die Bullfrog and 79 Celsius.
Oh,
Okay, remember the frog in the
boiling
pot?
water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
frog in the pot. So I'm Die Bullfrog 79. I act kind of crazy because I've been on YouTube for last 7, 8 years. And I went through when they had the purges, when they hit your channel. And, because recently Lee just got shadow banned. That means you're doing something right, Lee. When they
Thank
don't
you.
when they don't shadow ban you, it's fun because they always, with me, they don't like me because they had me only for USA and Canada, and they hid all my, so nobody ever sees my channel. I
Ah,
started out with 6,000 people, and next day, due to YouTube's new policy, your channel is down to, and I look at it and I went back to 500.
wow.
Isn't that wonderful? That was 8 years ago. And then also they said, we had deleted 650 of your videos. I didn't curse back then, and I would use puppets to demonstrate what was going on because mostly my channel was I make fun of people of bushcrafting, survivalism. But now we call it prepping, and
Uh,
then you know, before that, I was before prepping. I was before survivalism. I'm like Lee. I'm from the Stone Age. When you still have a dinosaur phone on the wall. Rotary.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I've been on a lot of live stream, and Lee's right now learning the ropes. And you're on StreamYard, right? It should
Yes,
be
yes.
good. Melon or the other guys, they're kind of weird. You'll find out. Now, if Lee has set up everything, he's still learning on this. You can host 6 people on StreamYard. You have 6 people here talking at the same time. So anyway, everybody, and Charlotte, I was the one. I can't see anything. Okay, I think that's Charlotte. I subbed to Charlotte. I already got Lee. I got Van City Prepper. I got Prepping and Faith. And always check your when you sub somebody.
Uh-huh.
Watch 3 videos. Do not do it more than that because I have to space it out. Because unfortunately, like Lee's stuff, they delete comments. They say you have not watched this video, and I'm like, I watched it 8 times. I watched Lee's stuff like 8 times. Like, yes, it's registered. So Lee gets it. And like I said, I do whatchamacallit, a lot of food preps because I like to cook. The big thing is this month I'm pushing no more mouse motels.
Okay.
Okay. Because I have a Canadian friend called Hubble's Cat, and he says, I'm storing food in cardboard boxes. And I said, go check your cardboard boxes. So when he moved to his bug out location, he opened the boxes. Guess what happens into the boxes when you have food in there that's not sealed properly or in
Uh,
bucket?
does it smell something like a rat?
No, you have little mice jumping out of the boxes saying, there's a human, they opened the lid.
We're in the process of. I had to buy some additional shelving for my pantry room, and so we moved everything out of the pantry room into the third bedroom, so I could put the shelf in. And then as I got up to the top, there was a can of pineapples a case of pineapples that were like 5 years old, and I couldn't get the box to lift up. But one of the cans of pineapples had exploded, and there was this mildewy, mossy, whatever. So and that whole case got thrown away.
Right, you should.
And I had
Here's
to
a trick.
disinfect that shelf, and
Yeah. Here's a trick on pineapple. It's only good for 1 year because it's a high acidic food.
yeah,
Once it reaches its level, you pop it open, save the juice because it's good for you. Sorry. And you dehydrate the pineapple. It's a simple trick. You have it's in a can for 1 year. Pop it, save the juice for something else, dehydrate the pineapple, and you have pineapple, and that lasts you 10 years. And you don't have the trust me, I went through that about 20 years ago, and I'm
uh-huh,
looking at a can like, gee, I wonder why it's swelling up. And then you ever get hit with one of those lids in the forehead?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I
You
pressed
know,
on the side.
let me give you a side view here. Okay, so that's from doing this too often.
Yeah,
That's why it's kind of receding on top.
yeah, same here. Uh, like I said, I know a lot about food. What you want to do in your third bedroom, you have to put in a small fan. I always tell that to a lot of preppers. If you're doing a pantry room, I already have, well, I converted one back to my mom's closet because she's living with me. But I have a pantry closet for the kitchen, and you has an outlet, it has a fan in it, so air circulates around it. I keep telling people, do not press it against the wall. You ever try to replace sheetrock after 6 cans of tomatoes explode? It's real fun, folks.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I tell people we have a tendency, if the wall is here, we have a tendency to put our shelving flat against it like this. And instead of putting it flat against the wall, what you want to do is put it where it comes out from the wall. And the lesson that I learned was it became very difficult. I had to rearrange every time I bought something new, bring that old stuff forward, put the new one back in the back. And then it's so full that when you're putting something in the back, everything falls forward. You got to date everything. It's so much easier if you just put the narrow end abutting the wall. And that way you have a way to put stuff in from the back.
Right. A trick of mine is when you do stuff like that and it's a constant use item, get the
Uh-huh.
roller system. Yeah, you can get this on walmart.com or Amazon. You fit into your shelf, and what you do is the new ones go on top, it rolls down the thing, and then the old ones pop out. For my other storage unit that I have for the church, go over to uh, Office Depot, and they have the black bottom and yellow lid. I keep telling people this, but they still with the whatchamacallit, um, cardboard boxes. So we have lots of mouse motels, folks. And you could buy 4 for $39.99.
Mm.
That's a real good deal, easy to hold. The lids has clamps on the side, but I also put in a strap on it. So if I could pull stuff out, pull stuff in, it's easier. If anything explodes, it stays in the heavy duty tote. Do not
Uh,
get Rubbermaid. I tell people this. Rubbermaid are the clear ones. Those are the worst ones because if you could see it, so does guess who? They could see it and dig a hole through it. And on the
Oh,
bucket,
and the other thing is one of the two biggest or three biggest things that work against long-term storage are heat, light, and air. So you got to keep all three of those things away from anything that you're putting into long-term storage. And so, of course, if you have an opaque container, that's going to help with keeping the light away from it,
yeah,
which
that's
which also reduces the heat.
right. That's why I go with black. And that's why you have a fan inside the pantry. It circulates the air and it stays at a stable condition. You want also a thermometer close to the top so you can read it. When I have one so I could read it, so I could see the air temperature on top of because it's always colder at the bottom, but it's also warmer at the top.
Right, right.
So I have to warn people if you store food on the top, make sure it's not affected by heat. Colder stuff, you go down towards the middle. Heavy stuff's always at the bottom. And if you're like me, I have wood covering
Mhm.
for the bottom. Do not put it on cement, carpeting. Oh, you're going to find out when you have carpeting. It's like, okay, time for bug bombs. And because carpeting is the worst thing for your pantry storage. I keep telling people this because, okay, I see we have lots of roaches, and the roaches are fighting the mice and the rats for nesting material.
Yeah.
So you want wood on the bottom, no concrete, because concrete will seep into the totes. That's for water containers and stuff. Because, like Lee, I've been doing this for years, and on Lee's um, backyard, get a ICB tote. That's a big industrial tote. Ex farmer here. You can put it in the backyard. That'll give you 275 gallons of water.
Wow.
And you don't have to worry because you could also hook it up to your roof to have a rain catchment. So you have one. This is what I tell people: one to catch the rainwater, and you pump it into the second tote with a proper filter. Why? Because what dies on top of your roof? And it flies.
Is it white usually?
Uh, you get a white, black, opaque. It depends what you're going to
It's
use it
probably that
for.
stuff that ended up in my margarita when I went to the Mexican restaurant a couple years ago outside.
No, but like I said, it's online. I think Bing had it on their ad list where you could look it up and they'll have where to contact, because I know all the contacts because ex farmer here.
Yeah.
So I could get plastic drums, steel drums. These are food grade. ICB totes. I tell everybody, if you're really serious for prepping and storage, get one of those. For apartment people, I tell them the easiest way is to get gallon jugs, because once those little bottles run out, that's why I tell everybody you should have your own canteen.
Yep. Hey,
Because
Uncle Al, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna drop you back in. I've given you a wrench so you can help us.
oh,
I
good.
want to try to get one or two of these other people in here so they can tell us about their channels, and we can see if we can't get them some followers tonight too.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry, I tend to blab too much.
I am now subscribed to you, and I'm an advocate of yours like you would not believe.
Okay, I'll catch you later, folks. I gotta
Thank
find the
you.
button.
Okay, let's see. Little Boots. Let me see if I can't get the stream up here, and let's see if we can't get one or two of you online here. And if you would be kind enough to come on, whoever wants to come on, tell us a little bit about your channel so that people can subscribe to you. So let me see if I can't find this. There it is. Invite. There's the. So here is the. I got to do this so I can try to copy it. Let me write this down because I don't know how to copy paste here. Every time I move my cursor towards it, it kind of goes to that other amount. There we go. No, I don't want to block. I want to copy. Show. Okay, how can I copy paste? I can't copy paste. UC9. Okay, let me go look at this one again. UC9. Okay. You see 7. Ah, that's it. I recognize that face. Yes, now we got it. Okay. I got that straightened out, I think, here. Just a second, Van City. Thank you so much for that. We'll get rid of the other one. Okay, now we're straight. Good. All right. Yay. I think I've done something right for once. Don't tell my wife. Okay. So, did anybody want to come on and talk a little bit about their channel? So I don't know if I've told I told the group that was on here earlier, but I'm just so hyped up. Two great things have happened today. Number one, we went to the movies for the first time um, in gosh a year and a half, 2 years. We went to see Father Stu, and just what a wonderful story. Just so full of God's grace. It's just unbelievable. So I'm really excited about that, and it's just one of those things that really lifts you. You end up crying through the last portion of the movie, but you leave really lifted. And thank you, Apocalyptic Ben. That is fantastic. Hopefully, you've had the same number respond, and let's see if we can't put up Apocalyptic Ben's channel so people can sub to him. But that was really exhilarating. And the other one was my video on communications within the mag. I referenced a book. As a matter of fact, this book right here. Um, Actually, I did the reversion, which was volume 1. He's got a 5-volume series right now, and this is Stephen C. Smith. So I'm reading volume 2, the revival. And so I kind of sought forgiveness for mentioning his books without his permission. And I talked about an event in his first book, the reversion. And so I just want to let him know, hey, I've mentioned your books. Here it is. If you have any objections to this, let me know, and I'll remove that video so that we aren't stepping on your toes. And actually, he ended up saying, thank you very much for mentioning my books. I love your thoughts. And so he just posted my video on his site today and subbed. So I guess we're doing something right somewhere. And thank you very much for that. Stephen C. Smith, and his channel is, oh gosh, let me check here just one second. Integrated preparedness, integrative preparedness. So, and he comes across with some very good stuff. He's ex undercover narcotics officer, and oh, he's got a great, a whole bunch of good stuff too. Okay, so there's Apocalyptic Ben's channel. Thank you, Prepping by Faith. If you could follow that, I would greatly appreciate it. And what I'm planning on doing is, and let your people know if they need more followers, I would like to do this the last Saturday of every month, where our sole focus is going to be to have people help each other grow their channels. Here comes Apartment Prepper. All right, Apartment Prepper, hello.
Hey, I hope y'all can hear me.
Yeah, perfectly.
Hello,
Tell
hello.
us about your channel.
It's new, and I like Van City Prepper. I obviously wasn't planning. I mean, I look like this in all my videos, but I wasn't planning on being on a live tonight. But my channel is about apartment prepping and just doing things, a little differently, I guess. I started my channel just recently, like a couple weeks ago, so it's really new. And I love watching prepping videos, and I love learning from everybody.
Yeah.
But my thing was, I didn't see a lot of stuff out there for people who were in apartments or smaller spaces or low income, or maybe with a disabled person in their family. So I thought, well, I'm not good at all this, and I'll have to learn how to do it. But I thought maybe I can, throw something out there to help somebody out. So that's what I did.
Wow, fantastic. So what are some of the secrets that you've kind of learned here in just the last month?
Secrets for prepping in an apartment.
Yes.
Put stuff wherever you can find it. I have stuff stashed under the bed, in my coat closet. I think that was the first video I did, was showing what I had in my coat closet besides coats. And yeah, I have stuff everywhere you can imagine. I mean, my closet is more of a prepper closet than a clothes closet. So
Mhm.
it's just, you have to find places to put stuff. There's no excuse. So yeah.
Well, we have 3 Chihuahuas, and
Aw.
so our bedroom now smells more like a dog bathroom than anything else.
I have a
Uh, so,
Maltese.
so
So
we've decided we're going to get rid of the carpet and put down some linoleum tile that looks like hardwood.
that's
Um,
what I have.
and so a friend of mine owns a flooring company. So he came by Friday, and the last purchase I made of a thingy that you hunt deer with, he bought it for me at a gun show, and so we're really good friends. We've known each other for probably 20 years, but he came in and he looked under the bed, and first we have an adjustable bed, all the mechanics and everything else, and so I can sit up at night and put my oxygen on and breathe a little bit better. I have to sleep kind of sitting up,
I get that.
and so he says, "Look at all these cans under your bed. How are we going to get these moved?" And so, yeah, same thing. You make use of whatever space you can, wherever you can, and
Yeah.
so
It's
he's
a
going to
little,
charge
it's
me a
a
little bit
little
extra to
harder.
have people move that stuff so that he can get to the floor and bleach
Absolutely.
underneath the carpet and change it over to hardwood, and that will hopefully we can put that down. The dogs will be better.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go back to not being on the screen,
No, thank you very much,
and I'll talk to you later.
and thank you for being such a great moderator too.
Why, I've just got my blue wrench, so I'll start.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye bye. Wow. Okay. Serenity, peace, and comfort. Welcome. I don't think I've subscribed to you. Let me see if I can do my duty here. There we go. Yes. 129 subscribers. I will be 130. Let's see if we can't get that up a little bit here tonight. So here is Serenity, Peace, and Comfort. Okay. Let's see. Who else can we get here? Does anybody else want to come in? Let me get the link here. I think I've got it. Probably. No, I've been back and forth showing, getting people's URLs. So if anybody would like to tell us a little bit more about their channel and hopefully get some more followers, subscribers, go ahead and click on that link and I'll let you in. One of the things I've noticed is thank you so much. I haven't seen any trolls and I haven't seen any hatred. Everybody's focused on doing the same thing. I started to say earlier, I'm really beginning to get a little bit concerned. I don't understand why we're antagonizing the Russians with some of the things that we're doing, but it's almost as if we're asking for a cessation of peace. But that's got me concerned. Then I'm also a little bit concerned about some of the drought that's beginning to affect us here. More than 50% of the U.S. is in a mega drought, 1,200-year drought. Have you seen the pictures about what's going on with Lake Hoover and I'm sorry, Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam? just unbelievable. And then, of course, we've got um, so the famine is going to affect grain production, which is going to affect feed production, which is going to affect meat output. So there's just, and then we are, of course, at the beginning of a grand solar minimum. And I recommend Ice Age Prepper if you want to keep up on that. He does an outstanding job reporting on the grand solar minimum. And then, of course, we just had a major CME, coronal mass ejection, hit the Earth, and it's affected some of the radio frequency spectrums. And so, there's an awful lot going on. We've got recession coming on. We've got the Chinese yuan is basically taking over as far as the U.S. dollar. So we're going to see the world reserve currency shift going on here in the very near future. We've got all kinds of things going on. We've got China being a little bit more aggressive. Evidently, they're trying to do something in the Solomon Islands. Now, the Solomon Islands, of course, are famous because that was the first battle that the U.S. fought in World War II, the Battle of Guadalcanal. And but anyhow, I guess the Chinese are trying to put in a naval agreement with the Solomon Islands. That threatens the Australians, who are kind of getting upset. So, things are just kind of coming to a head, and I would just like to encourage everybody to pray and pray for peace. Pray that things come out the way that we hope they would, without too much loss of life or too much bad stuff going on. Let me see. East Tennessee's preparedness. I watch you too. I think I'm already subscribed to you, but let me take a look here. And somebody's already got your URL there. Let me click on it and see if I am. I believe I am. Because if I remember right, you walk around your backyard with a video stick. Yes, I am subscribed to you. So yep. That looks familiar. So I've been watching you. That's great. We only have 11 what? SS? So here's what you might want to do. If you want one of the moderators to post your link so you can get more subs, do me a favor, just put a heart. And who was it? Charlotte Prepper recommended we put heart to heart, heart to the number 2 and then a heart from the emojis. And that lets the moderators know that you would like to have your URL posted so that you can get more followers. And then we're going to bring this to a close here in about 7 minutes. And once that's done, I'm going to put as many the URLs as I can in the comments down below before I post the actual video. And then that way you can go back and sub to everybody who's on here. And we plan on doing this the last Saturday of every month at 7 p.m. Central. And that is, how can we as preppers support and advocate each other? I'm so thankful to Van City Prepper for having me on as a guest. When was that? Tuesday or Wednesday evening? She interviewed me for about an hour, and thank you so much for the privilege of you allowing me to do that. We might do that here in the near future, where I might start inviting some of you on for an hour long. And Uncle Al, you are so interesting. You might just be one of my first people that I ask. I'd love to do Prepping by Faith. I would love to. I'll tell you what, there is some stuff about Van City Prepper that you all would just be totally amazed and knocked out of your shoes if we had her on and you found out some of her background. you'd just be blown out of your shoes. She is amazing. So, having the opportunity to probably interview each of you um, individually would be fantastic. Let me check on Little House in the Big Woods. I recognize you from chat in Nene's. I think, aren't you her niece? Uh, Little House? Little House. Okay. There we go. Okay, I thought so. I thought that I'd seen that relationship mentioned in the chat. I think I subbed to the wrong one because I don't think I found the Little House in the Big Woods. There was a Little House in the Woods, but not a Little House in the Big Woods. And then, of course, Nene's Kitchen, and she does some outs. So really, Big Al and Nene ought to get together because both of them are cooks, and some cooking secrets. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put in a whole bunch. Prepping by Faith had a comment about using ramen, and I am a big, strong advocate of ramen. What most people don't realize, a lot of Westerners attribute it to Marco Polo, but there were two areas that developed wheat pasta simultaneously. There was China, or the Far East, I should say, the Asian area, as well as Italy. So there's this thought process that Marco Polo brought it back from Asia as the beginning of pasta in Italy, but there's also some evidence that they both coexisted simultaneously. So we don't know. But anyhow, if I think the easiest thing for you to do is think of the fact that basically, and I'm talking very rudimentary basic here, spaghetti and ramen are the same thing, just packaged differently, and ramen cooks faster. Um, so anything that you can do as far as adding ingredients to pasta, you don't just eat spaghetti all by itself. You're going to put on a pot. You're going to put on either an Alfredo sauce or a tomato sauce or a garlic sauce or a mushroom sauce or something you're going to add to it. That's the same thing we want to do with ramen. We're going to enhance it with something else. And I think all too many people have the false impression that if you fix some ramen, it's the same thing as a cup of noodles, and therefore you're going to have a full meal. And that's not the case. Ramen is the beginning of a meal, and then you're going to augment it with other stuff. So I appreciate the fact that that Prepping by Faith and I are kind of simpatico in how we look at pasta and ramen. Okay, one last attempt here. We're going to shut this down in about 2 minutes. Is there? Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you that she says, I think people get hung up on the MSG flavor packet, and yeah, it's very high in sodium, but you can throw those away and use other things, and that's probably going to be better. Oh, Little House in the Big Woods says she's going to do a giveaway at 100 subs. So I need your URL so I can sub to you, because I don't think I've subbed to the right one. And then if we can get that URL out so everybody can sub to you, we might be able to get that done this evening. Let's see if we can't. YouTube. Little House in the Big Woods. Am I doing this right? All right. Yes. Way to go. 101. Great. What a way to end the evening. So first off, thank you all so much for number one, um, your understanding and patience as I've learned this. I would not have been able to do it had Van City Prepper not taught me online. So it's a learn as you go. So thank you very much to her. Thank you very much to Apartment Prepper for agreeing to be a moderator and doing a great job getting those channels out there. Let me get that one. Uh, I gotta get that one after we close this down. I'll subscribe to Little House on the in the Big Woods. And then, of course, Uncle Al, thank you for agreeing to be a moderator and joining and adding the value you did this evening with your comments and Prepping by Faith. So, four fantastic moderators there. Thank you so much. Apartment Prepper, we need one more sub for Apartment Prepper. Has everybody sub to Apartment Prepper? Let's get her to 100 before we go down tonight, before we close this out. So, Charlotte Prepper, no, Apartment Prepper. Apartment Prepper needs one more person to sub. And okay, thank you. Oh, Mountain Grandma's going to be 100 for you. Look at that. Oh, happy birthday, Apartment Prepper. Okay, and thank you, Little Boots, for being here. Gosh, you've been so great the entire time. I think you were one of the first people that followed me, and you've just been fantastic. Thank you. I know I'm sub to you. I've been sub to you for a long time. All right. So, Apartment Prepper, check and see. You should be at 100 now. Happy birthday. Is Apartment Prepper at 100? And then we can close this down and everybody can go grab some fantastic Chinese food this evening. No, Mexican food or, my quest when I retired, I said I wanted to find two things. And so my two goals, fantastic. Thank you, Charlotte Prepper. So my two goals in retirement are to find the best chili relleno in the state of Texas. And then goal number two is to find the best chicken fried steak in the state of Texas. So those are the two things. But I'm having some teeth problems. So a week from Monday, I go in to get a quote. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be about $56,000 to get my teeth pulled and implants put in, but we'll see where we are. Okay. Did we get Serenity, Peace, and Comfort? Did we get you taken care of as far as your URL posted and get you some subs tonight? So with that, I wish you all a very, very happy, safe, and peaceful weekend. Don't forget to say your prayers. And we will see you 1 month from today, the last Saturday in May at 7 p.m. And we'll try to get this all done again. So thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.